up and going down the drain.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future?
And now, live, unedited, unrehearsed, and unapologetic, brought to you by Duncan's Diamonds, your direct diamond importer. Straight off the ledge, it's JD and Smitty.
Welcome to the program. Phone lines are open, 239-277-9600 and 775-9600. Thanks to executive producer Tripod Billy, we are streaming live video at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at 96krock.com and follow us on facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. Special thanks to our in-studio producer, Sick Rick. Smitty, how are you this fine morning?
Oh, what's up, Southwest Florida? I'm doing great. First, I'd like to thank our title sponsor, Duncan's Diamonds, for supporting the Ledge Radio Show. You can call them at 877-343-4883 or visit their website at duncansdiamonds.com for all your diamond and jewelry needs.
Very nice. We always like to support our sponsors.
Absolutely.
They support us.
And a big happy Thanksgiving belated, I guess, to everybody because they're probably hungover from turkey.
Still?
Probably. So that's about it, man.
What's the deal with your sheriff's raffle you got going on?
I got a little press release here that they want us to read, and it's a real good cause. Fort Myers Lee County Sheriff's Office Youth Program. They're called SYAL. I'll call it SAL, I guess. Is raffling off a rebuilt 1959 Panhead Harley Davidson motorcycle.
Really? 59 Harley?
59, man.
Wow.
So the SAL, which is run by the community and deputy volunteers, has been successfully operating their programs throughout the county since 2007. They do a whole bunch of stuff for these young kids. The program actually rebuilt the motorcycle by matching local teens interested in mechanics with companies like Harley Davidson of Fort Myers. So
Harley actually brought these teens in, let them help rebuild this thing.
Yeah, kind of like a mentor program, I assume.
Nice.
They bring them in guys that are,
they got mechanic ability.
Right. Bring them in here, show them how it's done. And so they actually
Opposite
rebuilt it.
for me, because I have no mechanical
One, a bunch
ability.
of kids sitting under a shade tree trying to put it together with a book. So this joint venture, it's a hands-on experience that occupies the idle weekends and the hours that these kids have. This particular motorcycle actually had been impounded by the LCSO and was destined to be scrapped. The Tools program, as they call it, gave the vintage bike a second chance of life. The rebuild has taken 6 months and is set to be raffled off December 2nd. Okay, the raffle location.
That's coming up.
Yeah, the raffle location is at the Hot Rod and Hogs Car and Bike Show, located in the Port Charlotte Convention Center. It's December 2nd, so mark it on your calendar. The event is the largest one-day car and bike show in the state, attracting over 20,000 spectators. The custom bike is now worth over $15,000 and will be won by a lucky person at the end of the show. With only 1,000 tickets being sold and all proceeds going towards SAL, this may be the best $20 you can spend. A limited number of tickets are still available at Harley Davidson of Fort Myers. So if you can't make it to the show up there, shoot on by the Harley Davidson dealer and tell them the Ledge Radio Show said that you're raffling off a Harley, a 59 Harley. And
$20 gets you a ticket for a chance to win a $15,000 1959 Panhead.
And not only that, it goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you're just frivolously throwing away like a double scotch on the rocks. And if you want for more,
who frivolously throws those away?
If you want more information, call Deputy Jeff Santella.
Is his number still 911?
Yeah, his number is 911. His number is 239-849-1084. That's 239-849-1084. That's 239-849-1084. If you're interested in pitching in or helping out or getting a ticket or something. So it's a good cause.
All right, Smitty. I'm sure they appreciate that.
We're also going to be giving away some coupons for Mel's Diner, and
we like that Mel's Diner.
We like Mel's, so we're going to figure out.
What do we got? A couple $10 gift cards?
We're going to give a $30 gift certificate.
$30?
Yeah, so you can double bubble with a bingo. You can get out there and load up and feed the whole family.
Why don't we just pretend like we gave them away and we'll just go after the show?
No, that's not how we operate over here, man.
Dang.
But that's good. So
all right. So what you got? I know you got something big going on over there.
You can read your Blaze stuff. We can start off with that.
Well, here we go then.
Sure.
So I know that Obama and the left, they're big supporters of climate change and trying to make it out to where all of Americans are bad folks and they're contributing to the global warming and climate change.
I don't think it's only Americans. I think it's the whole world.
Well, it is.
And I believe like 96 to 98% of the scientists actually agree that we're contributing to the global warming.
I'm sure they are. Which is really weird since the hole in the ozone layer is smaller now than it's ever been before. So something has changed. Maybe people are using less Aquanet.
That's what it is.
Remember during the late 80s, early 90s, they thought Aquanet was the big killer?
Yep.
And that was, you spray that and you
I cut down on mine immediately, so you know.
Yeah, I hear you. Using the pump hairspray now.
That's his pump.
Foam.
Gore Duvall, just poured it in there.
Little gel.
That's it, little gel.
Well, I got an audio cut set up over there for Sick Rick. It's going to be cut 1, but this is Obama in his first post-election news conference.
When was this, in 2002 or something?
No, just after this election.
Oh, okay.
Just happened.
All right.
A reporter asked Obama about his thoughts on this climate change and what and it was actually regarding Sandy, and because they're trying to find somebody to blame. And I guess George Bush has been too long. They couldn't blame him for the hurricane, so they come up with climate change. So let's hear the question from the reporter, and then Obama answered. Sick Rick, cut 1, please.
In his endorsement of you a few weeks ago, Mayor Bloomberg said he was motivated by the belief that you would do more to confront the threat of climate change than your opponent. Tomorrow you're going up to New York City, where you're going to, I assume, see people who are still suffering the effects of Hurricane Sandy, which many people say is further evidence of how a warming globe is changing our weather.
It's a reporter at the press.
What specifically do you plan to do in a second term to tackle the issue of climate change? And do you think the political will exists in Washington to pass legislation that could include some kind of a tax on carbon?
As you know, Mark, we can't attribute any particular weather event to climate change.
There you have it. Case closed.
Well, I'm glad you cleared that up for 98% of the scientists. They're out of a job right now.
Well, but basically, that's the thing. You can't attribute any particular weather event. Now, they've all tried to point their fingers at climate change is what caused Hurricane Sandy. I mean, come on, use some common sense. This stuff has been happening, and we've talked about it on the show before. It's cyclical. It comes every 20, 30 years. These weather phenomenons happen. So why are they still beating the drum on this climate change? To me, all they're trying to do is trying to get us to buy these carbon things.
I think their whole pitch with the climate change is to try to get us out of buying like fossil fuels and stuff. They want to go into newer technologies. That's what I think it's all built on.
Well, what it's doing is it's raising the price on everything.
But we're going to be okay. Don't panic, man. It's going to be okay.
What's going to be okay?
The climate change is going to take care of itself eventually. I think that I
don't know what that means.
I think that the new technologies we have coming out is going to be cleaner and it's going to help itself.
How's that going to fix China, who's dumping these? Have you ever seen a picture of China and see all the smoke they're putting into the atmosphere? We can't change them.
I've been down to Changwon and had some Chinese food. It was pretty good.
I'm going up to P.F. Chang's later today. P.F. Chang. But no, the point is, so America is going to put all these restrictions on Americans, and it's going to, make our prices go up. But we can't change anything anywhere around the world. China's not going to conform. So yet they're going to still have cheap products because they don't have to conform to these ridiculous EPA regulations. So how does that help us?
Well,
does it make you feel better?
No, you have to be the leader. You have to step up, and you have to be the leader. And
we won't be the leader because we won't be selling any products because our product's going to cost too much because of the regulations that our government's put on ourselves.
Somebody has to take the lead on this, and it's going to be us. China won't. Maybe not. I don't know what China.
I thought Obama preferred to lead from behind, though.
Well, that's you.
Didn't he lead from behind in Egypt? 277-9600
or 775-9600. If you feel like you want to speak on this issue, please give us a call at the station.
At the same time, a story comes out that the CIA put an end to unnecessary, wasteful, and totally out of place climate change unit. They had a unit in the CIA designated to climate change. What was this for?
I don't know. It's CIA. It's highly secretive. You're not allowed to know.
The unit was started in 2009. Okay, who was the president? Obama. Starts a unit in the CIA for climate change. That doesn't even make any sense.
They're going to control the climate.
I don't know if they were trying to control something.
This is where they take that spaceship in outer space plane and they drop like pellets and they make it rain. You know, kind of like P. Diddy makes it rain.
This is what it says. It says the CIA for several years has studied the national security implications of climate change. As part of a broader realignment of analytical resources, this work continues to be performed by a dedicated team in a new office that looks at economic and energy matters affecting America's national security. The mission and the resources devoted to it remain essentially unchanged. So they still have a unit that's doing this, but it's not going to be the CIA
anymore. Think of the power that you would have, and a nation that you would have, if you could control the weather anywhere in the world. Imagine what you would have. You would control the world. If you had China or Iran or one of these crazy places getting out of control, and you could just infiltrate them with just rain all day and all night. I mean, you could control the world with that, man.
I don't think that's what they were after, though.
That's what I'd be after.
All right, let's take a call real quick. We got Bob on line 1 from Naples. Bob, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty. What you got this morning, buddy?
Hey, I just wanted to two wrongs don't make a right. So I don't care if China doesn't do it. I don't care if anybody doesn't do it. I think we need to lead because my grandchildren, my great-great-grandchildren are going to suffer the effects of dumping poison.
The effects of what?
Into the climate change.
That's right. Tell them, brother.
Definitely, no one can definitely put the finger on it and say, but the weather phenomena that have happened lately, 100-year storms every 2 years, something's got to be happening. So if we back off a little bit and it costs us a little bit more and we're correct, that's good. If we back off a little bit and cost a little bit more and it doesn't have any effect, then we just lost a little bit.
Hey, Bob.
It's not about money.
Hey, Bob, how did the Earth get out of the last ice age? Was it from man-made global warming?
He wasn't there.
That's my point.
I would imagine some people say it was because of a gigantic meteor that struck or whatever the case is. It is cyclical, and there's no question that it is cyclical. But if I do something that may cause someone harm, if I decide not to do it, I'm definitely not going to cause any harm.
And not only that, Bob, not only that, you're right. As new things come up and they start to use cleaner technologies like to burn fuel or whatever, that's going to also create more jobs. I'm with you. I think they ought to do it.
And you remember the Cleveland River caught fire at one time.
Wow.
I mean, that's ridiculous that you have that kind of pollution going in. Still Waters Run Deep was a book on pollution and such that really affected people.
In the old days.
You look at in the old days. But
yeah, it was in the old days, the old shipping lanes.
In the old days is we made change.
I think having the old engines that we had that dumped oil into the rivers and the old factories that dumped all their pollution in the rivers, I think we've cleaned that up. But this idea that we have man-made climate change, man-made global warming,
But a friend of mine just went to the Mayo Clinic. He was a farmer for many years. And they did all kinds of tests. And they found that chemicals that he was using 20 years ago as a farmer in Iowa were still in his system.
Wow.
I believe it.
And so when you look at something, the
long-term,
far-reaching effects, we have to maybe step back and say, let's take a look at this. Let's maybe not use so much carbon fuel. Let's try to do something a little bit different. And if it costs more, please raise my taxes.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Well, let's just raise Bob's taxes. Hey, Bob, thanks for the call, buddy. But that's the bottom line. Our country is at its breaking point for spending right now, and yet there's people that are going, it's okay.
It's a new day. A little bit more. It's a new day, my brother, and you're going to have to open up your eyes and pull your eyelids back and say it's a new day.
I look at history and I say
you can't look at and say, what happened when the dinosaurs were around?
We had ice ages. We had
come on,
ice melted.
Yeah,
so
ice is melting bad now.
We got a world that's warmed by like a half a degree over the last 200 years, and we're calling that a man-made change.
Greenland is actually turning green for a change, okay? Used to be ice.
Jesus. That's unreal. 277-9600, 775-9600. I've got a text that just came through. Let's talk about, we're going to change gears a little bit. How about this Black Friday we were just talking about it off the air?
Walmart, baby.
You got Walmart, you got all these different stores, but one of the big issues, you got people camping out for days in advance.
Yeah, if you were out there at Walmart, you have an experience you want to share with us about your experience at Walmart, give us a call, 277-9600.
How are you going to camp out? How are you going to camp out for days, missing work, to save $200 on a TV?
Man, look, brother, it was $1.49 hand towels, okay? They're going to bust somebody's butt to get them, all right? When that guy pulled that sheet down and said, Forget it, man. It was on.
People
it
rioting
was on
for
like
this.
Donkey Kong.
How are you going to riot for a hand towel?
You would riot for anything.
It wasn't even an Obama phone.
If you can save for 50 cents or 25 cents, it's game on, man.
I guess so.
It's the Walmart Brigade.
What do you think about the?
I did see there was a tablet. Someone was selling a tablet for like $50 out there. I don't know. I don't want to name any stores. I don't want to give them props, but
well, that ain't on sale anymore. It's after Black Friday.
I don't know. You'll have the after Black Friday. Then
Well,
you'll have
there are
Great Thursday.
Right.
We'll have Purple Wednesday.
Yellow
Tuesday. Then we'll have, I don't know, what do you want to call it?
Well,
Next
Sick
one.
Rick was saying we should move Thanksgiving forward a few days. That would give an extra few days of shopping.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's have the whole Thanksgiving week.
Right.
You know, we can take the whole week off.
Well, I know there are a lot of stores that will have like a 5-day sale. You know, some of them like Bass Pro, they'll run for 3 or 4 more days.
That's
so.
when you were hanging out, weren't you?
I have not been shopping.
Come on, brother. You know you're hanging out there.
But I'll probably go a little bit later.
Come on, no, you will, brother.
I'll be at the Bass Pro.
You're looking up for that pork fryer out there they got.
Well, you know what they have that I really want to try is the oilless turkey fryer.
Ooh, is that peanut oil?
Oilless.
I know. How do you
Jesus.
fry it? What do you put in water? That's called boiling.
It's somehow or another it's electric and it works without oil and it fries the turkey. It's
That sounds
probably like some kind of red ray beams or something. I'm sure it's good for the turkey. It's some kind of radiation or something,
It's
man.
called alcohol.
No, there's no liquid at all. It's just electric.
How in the heck do you?
That's why I'm going to buy it. I'm going to try it.
Oh, you're going to try it.
It's on sale. It's like $50
Look, when you
off.
do this, I want you to take it outside of your house. Do not attempt this in your house, and I want you to get the camera ready because it's going to be worthy.
If I can pour oil in it. If I can pour oil in it and use
that's what I try. That's what
at the
I
same
try.
time.
Yeah, man.
You think I get shot?
Oh no, you would. You'll be fine.
Get it real nice and hot, and then
get it
pour
real
oil
nice
in.
and hot, and drop that sucker in, and get the camera rolling though,
Sure.
okay? Because we want to see it.
All right, listen. When we get back from break, I want to talk a little bit about the unions that were protesting these stores.
Okay.
And get your take on that. All right. So we'll be right back. 277-9600, 775-9600. We'll be right back.
He's Nick DiPaolo. He's Artie Lang. And this is the all-new Nick and Artie Show.
Steve Wallace is fun to watch.
He is the NBA's Tracy Morgan.
I love the idea of Tracy Morgan on a basketball team. Like, we're running a high pick and roll of Felton, bitch. I'm going to post up.
I'm going to get that female referee pregnant.
That female referee's pregnant. I'm the papa.
96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small. Secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
If you made a deal, break it. If you made a deposit, give it back and bring it to O'Brien Hyundai of Fort Myers. O'Brien Hyundai is marking down all new Hyundais too low to advertise, like on the 2013 Sonata and 2013 Elantra. Forget about the balance on your trade. We will ameliorate any loan balance and give you $3,000 minimum for it. Other stores may be having inventory issues, but O'Brien is not. Only Southwest Florida's largest Hyundai dealer can give you over 400 Hyundais to choose from. Check the newspaper and bring it to O'Brien Hyundai of Fort Myers for your free prizes. Get here fast. The best gifts won't last. DVD players, MP3 players, watches. Top dollar for your trade. Southwest Florida's lowest prices and biggest selection. America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And the Hyundai Assurance. O'Brien Hyundai of Fort Myers. Just 2 miles west of I-75 on Colonial Boulevard. Or click o'brieneasy.com. Less reconditioning CD for details.
We've always been drawn to the river. The river brings us life. Its soothing waters calm us, and its steady current helps guide us. Well, in Southwest Florida, there's a river just like that. River of Life Assembly of God. River of Life in Estero is a friendly, energetic church for all ages, helping connect generations to each other and to Jesus.
Hi, I'm Pastor Todd from River of Life. I want to personally invite you and your family to come join our family. We offer both Sunday morning and Sunday evening services. And every Sunday at 11 a.m., church time becomes family time during Legacy, our multi-generational worship service. So please be our guest this Sunday at River of Life Assembly of God, a place to come home to.
Learn more at riveroflife.ag or call 239-495-0400. Located at 21580 River Ranch Road, just south of Corkscrew and just north of Estero High School. So meet us at the river. River of Life Assembly of God in Estero.
Caroline, look at all these cars in our service department.
It's completely
Hondas,
full.
Toyotas, it's all makes,
There's
all
only
models.
one Kia.
There's only one Kia. But here's what I want to do. I want to do something special for the month of November.
Okay.
Thank you.
Aww. I get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're so
It's
great.
the-
It's the season of Thanksgiving.
Exactly. So here's what we want to do.
Okay.
We'll say we're going to come up with a magic word.
Ooh. Turkey. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Mhm. All right.
Okay.
So
if you come
turkey.
into our service center the month of November,
okay,
you get an oil change, filter replacement, okay, your LOF, all right, and you'll get a used car inspection.
Okay.
Okay. For $17.99.
So if you come in
month.
and say the word turkey during the month of November.
Turkey.
Turkey. $17.99.
$17.99.
All of November.
All of November.
And we're open 6 days a week in the service department?
6 days a week.
Okay.
And I don't have to drive a Kia.
You do not have to drive a Kia.
And I didn't have to buy my car here.
And you just have to say turkey.
Turkey.
But
it.
can we also say huge?
Well, here we go. Yeah, that's what my friends say too. Well, here we go.
Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. The phone numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can email us at JD or Smitty at theledgeradioshow.com. Check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. If you'd like to advertise during the show every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, visit our website, contact us for details. All right, Smitty, so before we went to break, I wanted to
talk about Walmart.
Well, not necessarily Walmart, but Walmart was big in the news lately. You've got protesters that attempted to shut out the Black Friday festivities. They were union protesters demanding that
just free speech, brother, democracy, free speech.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. They were complaining about low wages, people having to work on the holiday, low benefits, and so they wanted to interrupt shopping at Walmart at thousands of locations around the United States. What do you think about that?
I think they have a right to speak out. I think they have a right to protest. I think they have a right by our own democracy to protest.
Yeah, I realize there's a right to protest, especially in certain cities where you have to pull a permit. But you've got a company giving people jobs, and they're not bad jobs. I worked at Walmart when I was younger. I actually enjoyed it.
Ask those people how great their jobs are. You know,
I worked there. I didn't mind it at all.
Well, that's
and I had to work on the holidays. When I worked there, the only day they closed was
19
Christmas.
years old at the time, man.
I might have been, but you know what? It helped.
It helped, all right.
Well, we've actually got a caller on the line. Let's see. We got Jerry from Fort Myers, line 1.
What's up, Jerry?
Jerry, you're on the Ledge Radio Show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Jerry.
What you got, buddy?
Hey, I think it's great that they're out there protesting. I mean, it's a distribution center for communist China. It's the number one employer in the United States of America. You got the number one employer in the United States of America considering, 28 hours full-time. How is any of that good for the economy? They've destroyed the economy here in the United States of America.
Walmart destroyed the economy?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I agree with him.
Absolutely. I mean, how in the hell can you go in there and you start from one side of that store. I haven't been in one of them stores in over 18 years. I refuse to go in there. But I defy you to go in that store and just pick up everything and take a look at it and decide and stop when you find something made in the United States of America and just ask yourself every time you pick it up, why is our economy so horrible? Why is our unemployment so high? Their employees, I got a cousin, she's up in management in Walmart. She's drinking the Kool-Aid. And she tells me, when employees come in and ask for better benefits, I can't afford the insurance here, I need more pay, she gives them paperwork from the government for WIC or whatever. Why should Walmart supply something the government will supply? Every time they roll into a town, they get infrastructure, they get tax breaks. They turn around and destroy the one thing the Republicans rave about: small businesses, entrepreneurship. They're destroying it. They single-handedly destroy it. Now, tell me how any of that's good for the United States of America.
I don't know, Jerry. I guess that's your take on it. I mean,
I'm with you, Jerry. I'm with you.
I don't enjoy shopping there just because it's so busy all of the time, and whenever you get to the cash register line, you got to wait for like 30 people in front of you. But that's just my own personal take on it.
But it's very entertaining to walk through.
It is entertaining. There are a lot of nice pictures on the internet from folks that shop at Walmart, especially up around the Suncoast area in North Fort Myers.
Plumber's got a crack problem, you know what I'm saying?
But, really, the bottom line is, I worked there probably 18 years ago, and, it was a good job for me at the time. Our benefits were good at the time. I don't know if the benefits have changed. It sounds like they may have, according to what you've been told or what you're hearing. But I had great benefits there because it's a large company, so you're in a large group plan.
But what he's talking about is more philosophical. You have a big superstore out here that, like he said, just about everything made there is 99% Chinese.
Tell me what store isn't.
I don't know right now, but I know Walmart is. We're talking about Walmart, and I can speak directly to that.
I remember Walmart getting in trouble for having the Made in America stamps on there, and they pulled them off, and it said Made in China years ago.
But Walmart is the leader in lowering wages. You work for almost nothing there. The hours are hard. The people work like dogs over there. They run around. And Walmart's been known to put smaller businesses out of business.
No, Walmart doesn't put small business out of business.
It does.
No, competition does.
Well, if you want to call just a big brute coming in there and just bulldozing you over, that's competition.
Well, they didn't build their store on top of mom and pop. They just brought in products that were cheaper.
I saw an incident where Rubbermaid was in the United States for like 80 years, and Rubbermaid went to Walmart and they were going to try to get something going, and they said to them, "Oh, by the way, you're going to sell your product for this much." And Rubbermaid was kind of held over the fire, and they said, "Well, we don't really want to." No, if you want to be in our stores, you will. So they did, and Rubbermaid went out of business because, as you say, it's business is competition.
They have to make that choice. Now, you know that in my business, I'm not going to let someone dictate my pricing. If they dictate my pricing, I won't do business with them. Rubbermaid could have said, "No, we're not going to do business with you if it's going to put us out of business." Well, they should have held their feet to the fire.
I hear you. I just think that everybody is kind of going with corporations now, and the small mom and pop guys out there, they don't have a chance anymore. So,
all right, well, let's take another call. We got your buddy Militant Paul on line 2. Paul, you're on the Ledge Radio Show.
Good morning, fellas.
Morning.
Hey, Paul, how about that election, Paul? Wasn't that great?
Oh, yeah, it was great for you.
Oh, well, Paul, that's all right.
Sales and ammo sales, MRE.
Stop, you bring a tear to my eye, Paul.
That's not going to be great for the United States as we know
It's going to be fantastic for the United States.
Hey, you know what? I got a few words I want to say about the people that are complaining and whining about working at Walmart for lower wages and terrible working conditions. You don't like it? Quit.
Exactly. Go to China. Yeah. Tell them, Paul, go to China.
He's not saying go to China. He's saying if you don't like it, quit.
You know why people are going to China that you're so, forgetting to tell your listeners? Is because the Democrats have made so many regulations that companies can't afford to do business in this country. The corporate tax rate's the highest it is in the entire world, done by the Democrats, but Smitty conveniently forgets to leave out all that information.
You know what, Paul?
That's his spin on the world.
Paul, you know why people have high tax rates here is because the land here in the United States is like waterfront property around the world. You go down to Fort Myers Beach and buy a house, it's going to cost you $500,000. You buy someplace else, it's going to cost you $100,000. You want to do business here in the United States, it's like waterfront property for business.
If you're mom and pop, if you're not going to offer benefits and health insurance and 401k and dental, then you know what? People aren't going to go to work there. They're going to go to work for Home Depot, Walmart, Target, and the people that work there, if they don't like the working conditions, please, by the love of God, quit.
Yeah, quit complaining.
Go to China.
Go to China. Yeah, that's the American way. Go to China.
All he's saying is,
you tell them, Paul.
If you don't like it, shut your trap.
You tell them, Paul. Move to China.
Stop
whining.
You don't need any more pansy liberals like you, Smitty, that don't want to work.
Hey, guess what? We got health insurance. We're going to pass it again. Wah, wah.
No, it's not going to
happen. Health insurance, Paul.
Going to rebut.
Obamacare. Wah, wah.
Well, you can rub it in all you want, but it ain't going to happen.
It's great. It's great, Paul. Because, all those big corporations, all those big corporations that used to say, well, you're going to do what we tell you because if you don't, you'll lose your health insurance. Well, now they can say, you know what? I don't care no more. You can't hold it over my head because I'll go down and I'll get health insurance.
Big corporations. just like 86% of the taxes are paid by the wealthy. Where else can you live where a bunch of politicians sit around at a $35,000 a plate dinner and say, how dare those greedy rich...
I'm having a tough time bringing up a tear to my eye, Paul, for the rich folks. I'm sorry.
You're a liberal, and that's
I'm sorry. It just breaks my heart because they're going to have to buy a smaller yacht this year. They're going to have to buy
where us working folks are not going to take it anymore. We're all going to sit down our ass and say, you know what? I'm done working. You libs can pay for your own meal ticket.
Paul, when it comes...
We're all set in our ways with our ammo, our food, our water, so go ahead and try to stop us.
Hey, Paul, here's what it comes down to. You got the liberal left. They're jealous of the rich, period.
Jealous of the rich? That's
jealous.
Rhetoric.
They're so jealous.
That's just you stirring the pot.
They just didn't work hard enough to get it for themselves, so they want to take it from someone else.
I know. You guys are still upset about the election. Apparently, the American people don't agree with you, Paul. That's why they voted Obama back in.
300-some thousand votes in 4 swing states.
It doesn't matter if you win by 1 point or 20 points. You're still lost. It's lost.
So that was a strategic win by the Democrats.
You lost, Paul.
Hey.
I mean, you walk into Walmart and you can see exactly why everybody voted for Obama.
You're a loser.
All those freebies.
Loser, Paul.
I agree. Hey, I agree with you, Paul.
I got mine. You better get yours.
I got mine too.
Hey, take care, buddy. Thanks for the call, man. It's hard putting up with Smitty's abuse. Well, here's the thing, though. You got these, and what I saw a lot of clips on the news of these supposed protesters, these union folks that were protesting for Walmart. Most of them weren't even they weren't even employees. There was like 50 associates around the country actually protested. Most of the protesters were union members being brought in to protest on their behalf because they didn't like their those conditions. That is crap. If you're not the actual employee that has the problem, then you shouldn't be out there protesting. You're just showing something for the media. Why would they do that, Smitty? Why do they bus in union protesters to make it look like it's more important than it really is?
I don't know. That's what you're claiming. I don't know if it's true or not.
The best part of it is that Walmart has now claimed that this was the best Black Friday ever. The protesters did nothing.
Of course, because there's no place to shop at Walmart now.
I haven't even shopped at Walmart. I shopped everywhere else because even though I disagree with some of Jerry's policies that you mentioned earlier, I don't shop there either unless I absolutely have to, or if there's that's the only store I got to go to because I prefer to shop other places. But that's just me.
This is one of the biggest protests that's occurred over at Landover Hills near Washington, D.C. Organizers said about 350 people participated, although video of the event showed about 100 participants. Dawn Lee, who worked for the United Food and Commercial Workers Union, backed by our Walmart, would not say how many of those taking part were Walmart employees. So, it says there was 26 protests around the United States. Thursday night when the stores opened at 8 p.m. at Black Friday, estimated fewer than 50 Walmart workers participated.
I just told you those stats.
So it's not so bad. A couple people have something to say, and Walmart doesn't like it, and that's how it goes. So.
Well, you get like that particular union involved. And
they have a right. They have a right. That's the bottom line.
I realize that. I realize it. But what they're protesting is not factual.
No, what Paul is trying to say is if you don't like it, shut up and move. But I'm saying they have a right to speak. And if you shut them down, that goes against every fiber that this United States was built on, was free speech and democracy. And to say if you don't like it, move, that's not what we're headed for.
I think the big thing here is that the news media gave so much coverage to these Black Friday protests who really didn't turn out. The media is still backing the liberal left protesters, the people that don't want to work. They'd rather protest and get paid by their union to protest than actually show up and work. And they're protesting for nothing.
I don't know if
they were protesting nothing.
Did he get paid?
They usually do. When you ask them, they say, I don't even know why I'm here. But I was paid by the SEIU to come here.
Yeah,
I was bussed in and paid. They gave me a free peanut butter jelly sandwich.
I don't know anybody that's a union worker that gets paid to protest. I don't think you get paid to protest.
Well, here we go again. I guess I'll have to look it up for Smitty for next week. Show him the proof again.
Okay.
Because he doesn't do his research unless it comes from Wikipedia.
They deserve to speak no matter what.
That's fine. They can speak all they want.
Wikipedia, find your information.
They can speak all they want. But you know what? Come up with a real reason to protest. Well, because you got a job, shut the heck up.
Well, speaking of moving, I was looking up here, and I was looking at at the county. No, I'm here to stay. King County, Texas. You ever heard of that place? That's the most anti-Obama country.
Say that again. The what?
Most anti-Obama.
Obama.
And it's in Texas. Guess how many votes he got?
I don't know.
Obama got 5 votes out of 139 cast in the county in Texas.
The whole county only cast 139 votes?
And he got 5 votes.
Well, you had 20 counties in Ohio that didn't put a single vote to Romney. So what's your point?
I'm just saying, if you want to move and you don't like it, and you want to be in a predominantly I guess GOP Tea Party town, you guys can move to Texas, man.
That'd be great, except the federal government affects you no matter where you live.
But you don't care about the federal government. You're going to do with your guns. You can do what you want to do, man.
Till they come in to get them.
Wiener, wiener, chicken dinner.
Because you know that's what's going to happen.
They ain't coming to get nothing, man.
No, they will. They will. Actually, well, you know, I tell you what, when we get back from break, I'm gonna go on that subject because I've got a nice article for you regarding basically as soon as the election was over. The United States went back into negotiations with the UN to stop or to come up with a big arms treaty, which basically will give the UN the right that if we sign this treaty, we as citizens can no longer hold guns or own guns. So if we enter into this treaty, then the government has to agree to the treaty's rules and recommendations.
Did you just make this up or what, man?
I'm going to show you. I'll give you the proof.
You must
be
listening to RushLimbaugh.com again, man.
When we get back, 277-9600 or 775-9600. We'll be right back.
96 K-Rock supports Southwest Florida's bikers with the Biker Map.
Hey, this is Chris from the Biker Map. The Biker Map is in over 500 locations, and if you can't find it, just go to thebikermap.com. The Biker Map.
Grab a copy by stopping by K-Rock Broadcasts, and always at the K-Rock Studios in Estero.
I just want to say thank you to Southwest Florida and all the advertisers for supporting all the motorcycle riders out there. The Biker Map. And be sure to be on the lookout for the all-new The Boater Map from 96 K-Rock and 96krock.com.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I've shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
Dear Honda, thanks for giving my boyfriend Jake a great deal during your Happy Honda Days sales event. He said it's the perfect time to get a new Civic. It could be because the dealers are giving great deals on new Civics, but I think it means he's ready to pop the question. Plus, with the money he saved, I'm thinking giant rock. Love, Shelly Evans, Nay Brown.
More happiness with every Honda during the Happy Honda Day sales event. Now's the time to get a great deal like 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on the 2012 Civic. Visit your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
Dear Honda, thanks for giving my boyfriend Jake a great deal during your Happy Honda Days sales event. He said it's the perfect time to get a new Civic. It could be because the dealers are giving great deals on new Civics, but I think it means he's ready to pop the question. Plus, with the money he saved, I'm thinking giant rock. Love, Shelly Evans, Nay Brown.
More happiness with every Honda during the Happy Honda Day sales event. Now's the time to get a great deal like 0.9% APR financing for well-qualified buyers on the 2012 Civic. Visit your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details.
You still have time to save big on the best tech at TigerDirect.com. Black Friday deals are still available. Save $500 on an all-in-one PC with a free Windows 8 upgrade, only $749.99 while supplies last. And TrendNet wireless routers and adapters just $14.99. That's half off the regular price while supplies last. You save $500 on an HP Core i3 laptop, only $379.99 while supplies last. Hurry in before Black Friday deals are gone at Tiger Direct in Fort Myers, 13741 South Tamiami Trail.
Number 1 Billboard artist, Joe Bonamassa. Blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa, live in concert on Saturday, December 15th at the Germain Arena. Get tickets now at the Germain box office or at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa. Don't miss your chance to experience the guitar event of the year.
Hey, Florida, it's Caroline, Abby, and X here at Fusillo Kia. And
Hello.
we might have done something very bad. Well, at least Abby and I did. We
Are you
maybe
don't tell our secrets.
spent a little too much money on the black card while Billy was on vacation, and we've only got a few days left. But you know what? I would like to say I had a lot of self-restraint because Black Friday, I did not go, crazy with it.
You were working.
I know.
Were you here working?
Yes,
because
I
we
was
really
working.
got to jump on it, guys. Billy's coming back, so we're going to extend Black Friday until he comes back. All of those great
Every
deals.
day's Black Friday?
Every
So
day's
you're
Black
saying
Friday.
we're going to have like Black Friday all the way until the end of November?
Yeah.
So crazy low prices on brand new Kias all the way to the end of November.
Are you okay with that, X?
New use, it doesn't
I
matter.
think this might make up for the damage that we did with that black card.
That's pretty good. I'm sure Billy would appreciate that if we, just sold a lot of cars.
That remains to be seen, but
it'll be
what?
huge.
Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. Phone numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can email us at JD or Smitty at theledgeradioshow.com. Check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. We've got a caller on the line. I've got Joe from Naples, line 1. Joe, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Joe.
So you guys are talking about the United Nations.
Well, yeah, I was getting ready to get into it, buddy. Why, you got some information on it?
December 12th, they're going to sign that treaty.
Are they? No, I knew it was coming up. So what do you think?
December 12th. What do we think about it?
Yeah.
I think that tyrants in the White House should be hung.
You do? Well, I would say this, and it sounds like you know the background of it as well, correct?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and it looks to me like, and tell me if you agree, that if we agree to this treaty, which you're saying they're going to sign on December 12th, and I have no reason to doubt you at this point, then we have to agree to all the terms in that treaty, correct?
No, absolutely not. The United Nations do not control the United States corporation.
No. I agree that we should not, but I'm saying if we sign that treaty, do you think that this administration will then agree to the terms of the treaty?
The administration has been trying to push this through for the last 4 years.
And so that being the case, if they're trying to push it through, then they are wanting to agree to this treaty, correct?
That is correct.
They were trying
to put it under the radar, as Obama said.
Yeah.
He wanted to slide it under the radar through the Brady Act.
Is it your belief in this, as it is mine, that if they sign this treaty and they agree to all the terms to it, that the government would then have the right or the ability to confiscate our arms as part of the agreement to this treaty?
Well, unfortunately, our Constitution says no, but our Constitution is basically null and void, as what Bush said 8 years ago. He doesn't give a damn about our Constitution.
Right.
Our Constitution is our laws. It's not really our laws, it's basically our rights as a human being born in these United States.
That's correct. And
unfortunately, they don't give a darn about it because they run this country as a corporation.
Are you thinking
1913.
when you mentioned Bush, were you referring back to the Patriot Act?
Actually, it was prior to the Patriot Act, because the Patriot Act was written probably 8-9 months before 9/11 happened.
Okay. Well, I
So
think
they've been planning this since Bush Sr. said it in 1991. They wanted to start this New World Order crap. Sorry, I didn't mean to crap, but
we know what you
That's
meant.
okay, buddy. Hey, at least it wasn't a crap sandwich.
well, all our veterans, my family, my son's up in Fort Drum right now. We're all trying to put these pieces together peacefully without a new revolution.
So what do you see coming out of this, Joe?
What do I see coming out of this?
Yeah.
I see most of the American vets military, police are going to be on the American side when the United Nations Army comes in, Obama's specific, army that he wants to come over here and control us with. There's going to be hell. There's going to be blood on the streets, and I feel sorry for the 535 Congress and Senate people that are pushing these laws over our Constitution.
Well,
Our Constitution is our laws.
I agree. This would almost be like saying, you know what, we should bring in Sharia law. It's a similar analogy in saying, let's just get rid of our Constitution. We're just going to follow whatever the UN tells us to do from now on.
Correct. Well, David Rockefeller, who started the United Nations in New York City, donating all that land to him, he's one of the major problems. These major families that want to be controlling of all these little people, us little sheep.
Yeah,
in
sheeple.
the United States. Nobody believes it.
I would agree.
No one believes it. They all think, oh, great, we got some extra money, let's go buy some more electronics.
What are you familiar with the plan that I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but it's basically they're talking about making North America, South America, and Canada all one economy, all one.
Yeah. No, they did that. The free trade agreement, 2005, was signed it with Mexico and Canada. And open the borders up to the free trade agreement.
Right, and then everybody will have the same money. Kind of like Europe, how Europe did all their.
Yeah, it's working out well for Europe, isn't it?
I guess for Germany's doing all right.
But it's not working out well for Europe at all. It's not working out at all.
They're going to do the Amero. They want to do the Amero.
That's what it's called, the Amero.
The Amero, huh? No more American presidents on our money.
No.
Hey, Joe, thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
Keep in touch, Joe.
Thanks for talking with me, man. I hope the word gets out to the right people.
We'll hope so.
Spread the word. Spread the word.
That's a little scary in itself. Because
my son was telling me about the Amero. He was telling me that they had a meeting up someplace and they all got together and they agreed that they're going to basically make the United States take the borders down and make it all from South America all the way to Canada. It's all going to be $1 bill. It's going to be the Amero dollar. And and
they've got to take down the borders for that?
Well,
we don't have a border.
We don't have a border now anyhow.
They never did build our fence.
But you saw it.
It looked like one of those
snow fence that they put around at the convention.
It was like a piece of tin driven into the ground.
That's it, man.
About a foot down, a piece of tin about 6 feet
high.
It
had about a 2-foot
like
space
where
you can go through it, slide sideways. If you're thin enough, you can squeeze through.
Well, the scary thing that Joe was talking about, and if this is the case, now I'm going to have to definitely look at this to see if the December 12th is the deadline date for this treaty. But literally, this would give the UN power over our country. And this has been in process for a long time, like Joe says. Our laws would essentially become null and void. We would yield our laws to the UN.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
I can't even get that around my head. I can't imagine
You've been saying
that.
for years, oh, that ain't going to happen.
Well,
and every time I say something, it ends up happening, and you go, oh, that ain't going to happen.
You said you were going to win the election. That didn't happen.
You're right. I guess
you said Obamacare wasn't going to be passed, and that didn't happen.
I misjudged the stupidity of the American people.
Okay.
I misjudged the stupidity of the American people to vote in as president again.
You're not such a visionary, okay?
Well, here's the problem. This is your president's goal. The guy that you wanted in office, Obama, this is his goal.
The blaze.
This is what Joe was just talking about. This is the UN treaty. And on top of this, that a lot of folks don't know, is that Homeland Security just graduated its first corps of Homeland Youth. We have we now have a new standing army in the United States, not the National Guard. That's charged with protecting our borders from outside invaders. This is a Homeland Security force that's a standing army in the United States. Their job is to control the American people within the borders.
It's not TSA, is it?
No, I've got a story on the TSA, but, and this is one of those issues where the Homeland Security, a big story came out where they were buying like 150,000 rounds of ammo.
Right.
And no one knew why. Well, then all of a sudden, in October, they graduate their first class of soldiers.
How many
Security.
were? Do you know how many? That's
I don't know. It's probably 70, 80, 100.
All right.
But
need a lot more.
Well, no, actually, no. It was 20. It was 80 folks. But now they also just purchased. They have these new vehicles. They're called FEMA fighting vehicles. They're heavily armed. Basically, look like Humvees, or they have deuce and a half or half tracks. But they got a lot of really cool looking vehicles that are going to be used against us here shortly. Fully armored Humvees ran by FEMA that are part of this Homeland Security group, And I mean, I guess with this army, they can do whatever they want, against the American people.
Let's assume. I know.
What else would you think they're using this for?
I don't know. Let's assume that you're right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's assume they have this conspiracy thing going on where they're going to bring UN troops in here. Do you understand? And you should know, but anybody knows. The American people,
dumb people that voted for Obama now?
No, I'm talking about the American public in general.
That's them.
Have more guns and more ammo. And I'm not even talking about the
These
radical.
People are so stupid.
I'm talking about the average guy who has guns, and they start running down the street. He's right. If that ever would happen, everybody would grab their guns.
Oh, there will be a resistance,
and it would be just a bloodbath of monumental proportions.
Smitty, it'll be just like every other country that this has happened to.
I can't even foresee it happening in this country.
I know you can't foresee
because I know the American spirit. I know we would never put up with it. And for once, you and I would agree that if they came trunching down the road wearing their blue helmets and telling us everybody what to do, people would just go underground, and we'd be okay. That's enough. We got to take this, stuff over. We've got to do something.
Did you know there was a survey conducted of returning Iraqi and Afghanistan warriors, our military, as they were returning back to the United States? There was a survey done. And the survey asked them if the UN came in under our government, in our government's direction, our government's control, and said, all right, the UN is the new standing army in the United States, and they ordered you to fire on the American people because that's who you're taking your orders from, would you do it? Over 50%, it was like 65% of them said yes. They forgot that they had taken their oath to stand up for our Constitution. And instead, they're taking orders from an outside military agency from the UN. So that's scary. When you've got, a group of men, 20,000 people that were surveyed, and like 65% of them said yes, they would, if they were ordered to by a UN standing army to fire on American citizens because that's what they were ordered to do, they would. That is scary.
That is scary, but I just think...
It's because they forgot what their orders were.
They
forgot their oath.
I don't think that it would ever happen. I know you think it would, but I said if it would, I think that the American people, every kid that's 5 years older or up could have a gun.
Slowly, this country is going that direction. Now we're going to sign a UN arms treaty? Why would America sign a UN arms treaty?
You're tight with Mr. Trey Radel, who just won. Perhaps you can talk to him and ask him to explain it to you. I know you're very, very good friends with him.
He has nothing to do with this.
No,
this happened way before him.
But he's up in the upper echelon now. He just won the election. Maybe he can dig up some information and give us some answers.
We'll see what we can find.
If you know what's going on, give us a call. 277-9600 or
775-9600. Yeah, if you got any information on this, but it is a little scary to me. Smitty doesn't believe any of it. He's one of these people that just got his head in the sand. And one day we'll wake up. It will have happened.
I don't believe until it happens.
Well, with our current administration pushing for it, this is the people you voted for.
Well, you're
not going to want to see it.
That guy even said that it happened back when Bush was in office and people were pushing this. So this isn't just about our administration. It's about government in general. It's about the Senate, the House of Representatives, and everybody over there getting involved. And if this is going through, then somebody has to be held accountable for it.
Do they ever get held accountable? Does the government ever get held accountable?
No. It seems like we vote the same people back in all the time, and the same stuff happens over and over. Because if you ask people about the success rate and how they're happy, it's usually 10, 11, 12% are happy with the way things are going. But if you ask them how they like their congressman or senator, they say, "Oh, he's a great guy."
Yeah.
So he's a great guy in front of you.
But speaking of great guys, you see Jesse Jackson Jr. resigned from office.
He resigned from office, and Larry Hagman died. And I don't know where you can tie that in.
I can't really tie that in.
Hector Camacho Macho, he got shot in the head, and he's
dead.
Again. Hector Camacho Macho, he died.
Hector Macho Camacho.
Yeah, him too. He died. And his twin brother.
His twin brother? Well, on that subject, and we were talking to Sick Rick off the air earlier.
Did you remember Barbara Eden? Were you young enough to see Barbara Eden?
I did, but I didn't. I told you earlier. I didn't realize
Barbara Eden was the shizzle, boy. Barbara Eden looked just as good as Marilyn Monroe. I'm telling you, back in the day, she was hot, and she had that little outfit on. And I'm telling you.
See, I didn't even realize that was Larry Hagman. I knew him from Dallas, but I guess I didn't put two and two together. I knew Barbara Eden.
Barbara Eden was hottie back in the day, and they made her cover up her belly button. That was the big issue back then, and it was a great show. If you ever see it on one of those old-time...
It comes on TV Land all the time.
TV Land, that's where you want to find it. It's a great show.
Right,
it's G-rated, it's clean, it's great, man. It makes great
So Larry Hagman died from Dallas.
Yep, he died.
Hector Macho Camacho
he got
died
shot in
from
the head, in the face. He got shot in the face. And then they pulled the pin on him, so he's
when they first reported it, I thought he was just injured. It just sounded like he was just injured, and then
apparently he was hanging around with some people that were involved with some drugs. Apparently, nobody knows for sure, but when you're down in Mexico or Puerto Rico,
he was in Puerto Rico. That's way away from Mexico.
Yeah, it was close enough.
It's way away. Actually, I don't know if you're aware of this. Puerto Rico is actually part of the United States.
You don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico.
They actually show that on the globe.
I know. Can you believe that? They're going to be the 51st state.
They might be. They don't want it though. But I don't know if they have to pay taxes or not.
I thought we already had that. It was called New York City.
Miami.
That's it, Miami.
It's either New York or Miami. All right. Well, we'll be right back for hour 2. When we come back,
hang on if you're on the phone.
More stuff and shenanigans. 277-9600, 775-9600. We'll be right back after this break.
Adrenaline, a chemical that runs through the body, increasing your heart rate and triggering excitement.
Hey, baby, let's go out and have some fun!
Hear Dolphins football here on 96 K-Rock.
Presented by Bud Light.
Catch every play, every comment.
Touchdown, Dolphins!
Everything that makes Miami Dolphins football fantastic.
Presented by Bud Light. Brought to you by Schuler Steakhouse, Bull Camper Sports Bar and Grill, Cape Smoke Shop, Great Southern Products, and Executive Electronics of Southwest Florida.
96 K-Rock.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I've shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. They're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
Duncan's Diamonds, Southwest Florida's #1 jewelry company with diamonds and jewelry at or below internet and wholesale prices. Hear what people are saying about Duncan's Diamonds.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I've shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
We picked out a beautiful diamond wedding band and engagement ring for Christmas here at Duncan's Diamonds and put it in layaway.
The customer service is excellent. You're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I put in layaway for Christmas. The most magnificent diamond earrings for my wife here at Duncan's Diamonds.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds Fort Myers, US 41 a half miles south of Page Field and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find diamonds and jewelry at or below internet and wholesale prices.
Rappaport Ace.
Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday. It's the big Cyber Monday clearance sale. Online at NaplesUsedCars.com. Now through Cyber Monday, get unbelievably low clearance prices on every pre pre-owned vehicle in stock. Log on to NaplesUsedCars.com for clearance specials like an 07 Toyota Corolla for just $69.90. An 07 Toyota Prius Cyber Monday clearance price just $49.90. Dodge Grand Caravans under $4,000. Even luxury vehicles like a low-mileage 04 Lexus ES sedan just $11,990. Now through Cyber Monday. Log on to NaplesUsedCars.com to view over 500 quality pre-owned vehicles available at amazing Cyber Monday clearance prices. Get your trade value, your interest rate, your down payment, your monthly payment. Even fill out your credit app online. It's the big Cyber Monday clearance sale. Now through Cyber Monday at NaplesUsedCars.com. Plus tax, tag, and title fees sponsored by Germain.
For ABC, this is Fry Hammond Bar, spot title Holiday Traditions, 15-second stereo mix, XXFB 5029H. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits has the experts to help you find the right wines for your holiday table. And for more to be thankful for, head to your local ABC to find great savings on everything you need to celebrate your holiday traditions.
From the huge studios, WRXK, Bonita Springs, Naples, Fort Myers, a Beasley Broadcast Group station, 96K-Rock, and 96KRock.com. Talk that rocks.
Get off the ledge! Get off the ledge! This country should have hell been going down the drain.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future?
And now, live, unedited, unrehearsed, and unapologetic, brought to you by Duncan's Diamonds, your direct diamond importer. Straight off the ledge, it's JD and Smitty.
Welcome to the second hour. Phone lines are open, 277-9600, or for the viewers around the world watching live streaming HD video on the Ledge Cam, 239-775-9600. You can visit our website and blog at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also give us a like at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. The second hour is going to be brought to you by Imperial Fire Alarm and Security. For all your fire alarm and security, CCTV, or access control needs, call Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today at 288-6482, 288-6482, or visit them on the web at imperialfiresecurity.com. That's imperialfiresecurity.com. Technicians are standing by.
All right, Smitty, thanks a lot, buddy. It looks like we've got a call back on. I think we got Joe back on here.
Come on.
Yep, Joe, you're back with us, Ledge Radio Show.
What's up, Joe?
Hello, sir. How you doing again this morning?
Good, man. Thanks.
You guys are right on the money with a lot of these things here with the United Nations.
It sounds like a pretty hot topic with you as well.
Yes, it is. I'm pretty adamant about it and how criminal our government has been since they took out Kennedy. All right, I was around when Kennedy was taken out and found it to be, a total lie. Just like a lot of the other false flag attacks that we've had in our country.
What was your take on the Kennedy assassination? As far as what you've heard or what you've come to know about it.
What I've researched about it and found out truth about it. Wow. Let's see. Where do you want to go to? The government took them out because they didn't want to lose the Federal Reserve anymore.
I've heard that rumor.
The Federal Reserve is controlling our country. The Federal Reserve are the criminals.
He was going to pay off the reserve is basically what he was going to just take and pay them off and get them out of the hair, and they didn't want that. They wanted the United States basically on morphine drip constantly.
On a continuous interest rate.
Constantly. And it was actually designed to bankrupt the Americans. And that whole meeting was taking place in Jekyll Island. Am I correct?
Well, Jekyll Island's where they created the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, that's right. And it was designed just for that, to just keep you on the
J.P. Morgan and Chase, all the big bankers.
Yep.
England, when we got rid of England in 1776, 1775, started that nice, revolution back then. There's the reason why. Same reason. Taken over by the money and taxation. These taxes are totally illegal. Just like the income tax on your paychecks. Totally illegal.
I can appreciate that.
In Supreme Court saying that you do not have to pay income tax on your income that you work. Did you know that it is still not a law to pay income tax?
You know, Joe, I've actually known a few folks that have tried that route, and some of them possibly successful. They carry around with them a
card or something.
There's some kind of it's basically a blurb out of either the Constitution or something that it's some type of little blurb supports their theory, and basically they carry it with them because they say if the IRS ever shows up to take me away, as long as I have this with me, it shows them that I am supported by this document that says that income tax shall not be taken out of my check.
Yes, Proposition 16 was never ratified by the Congress. All right, Joe Bannister, an ex-IRS agent on YouTube, has a law firm, Burkhoff Law Firm, who found him legally allowed to withhold his income tax. He does not have to pay income tax because those were never ratified. That law was never ratified on the income tax law in 1913. And with that, everybody looks it up on Burkhoff Law, it's a law firm from Illinois, they have found him.
So they sided with him.
Guilty.
They sided with him.
And the Supreme Court sided with him. And if everybody looks up that Supreme Court ruling, no one has to pay income tax.
I would love it.
I don't pay income tax. I haven't paid it for at least the last 8 years.
Man.
My companies that I work for and my 1099s don't have to pay anything because those are hours that I worked and I get paid for.
What do you claim, like 9 and single or something?
No, you claim exempt.
0 and exempt.
0 and exempt.
The last line number 7 on your W-4 form says exempt.
Yeah.
Do you claim exempt? Yes. Everyone should exempt their freaking taxes.
I wonder.
Paying these criminals.
I'm surprised. Now, Joe, did you support Ron Paul for his run, by chance?
I support Ron Paul because he's truthful, he's honest, he's a doctor, and he's on the constitutional side. He goes by the word of the Constitution only.
Yeah, he did. He did. What now? Did he have a stance on this as well?
Of course he did. He said his taxes are illegal. Since 1913, they are illegal. Everyone should stop paying them. That is his stance on it. And of course, the MSM, mainstream media, did not give him his time. Did not give him his time for the debates because they knew that he would win.
Well,
that's why our military didn't get their vote.
He just retired this year.
He votes.
Ron Paul said that if he didn't win the presidency, he was going to retire from Congress.
And if you go on YouTube, you can hear his final speech to Congress, and it's very sad. It's very depressing when you hear him. He basically says, "I came into this office, thought I could change, thought I could make changes, thought I could fix things." He said, "It cannot change. You can't be fixed from inside." He said.
Well, how are you going to fix it if you can't fix from the inside?
I don't know. That's from Ron Paul. So
I thought it was Obama said you couldn't fix from the inside.
How can you fix something that is so criminal?
Right.
How can the same brains that made the problem fix the problem?
I guess you got to vote everybody out. Everybody has to get on board and say, no matter what, everybody has to go. We have to
vote out all
incumbents. Everybody that's in there, we want new blood.
Start over.
The only way our votes count is if we deny them their money.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But
they're the ones. But they're the ones that are going to have to put that law.
They voted on.
Yeah, they're going to vote. They're just not going to vote.
So who's watching the watchdog?
Yeah,
nobody.
Nobody's watching them. Correct. Yeah. They're getting away with murder. They got away with murder on 9/11. All right.
I don't know.
No way.
I don't know about that.
Took down 3 buildings. I'm sorry I brought that up. I know this is a hot topic with a lot of people on the radio.
No, you can bring it up.
Nobody likes to talk about it.
Well, you just lost me on that one, Joe. Because I was a former firefighter. I am very familiar with how steel bends and melts at 1,000 degrees.
If you're a former firefighter, just like my brother was in New York City. Okay, look up firefighters for 9/11 truth.
Well, I just don't. Please? That's just one item I don't agree with you on is the whole truther idea.
Well, if you look up that one website and take the first page and read it correctly from the lieutenant, a head lieutenant fire department guy, there is no way those 3 buildings came down from fuel fire to the basement.
Right.
To the basement now. Come on now.
Well, I'll just have to disagree with you on that particular item. But I agree with you on 90% of everything else, though. So I think we're way closer between you and me are way closer than I am on Obama. That's for sure.
All right, Mr. Obama, birthreport.com. Mr. Obama still hasn't proved and vetted himself with a good birth certificate.
I would probably agree with that.
If his birth certificate that he gave to us online is true, his dad was not an American, which makes him a non-natural born citizen, which means he can't be a president. So either way, he's still illegal.
You don't think he was born in Hawaii?
He didn't say that. He said his father is not an American. If your
Correct.
father's not American, you're not a naturalized citizen.
But if his mother's American and she...
That doesn't matter. Both have to be.
They both have to be. That is correct. And that is in our Constitution. So they do not go by our Constitution.
No, they've thrown that thing in the trash. Hey, Joe, I'm going to let you go, buddy, but I appreciate the call, man. Keep listening and keep calling us back because we really appreciate listening to you, bud.
I really hope you go for 9/11 truth.
I will look it up. I'll look it up just for you, man.
Believe me, he will look up every conspiracy theory. He will look
Thanks,
them all
Joe.
up, man.
Well, you know, I got something here. It's not quite as... 277-9600 or 775-9600. Give us a call if you have a thought on that. Yeah, I've got something. It's not quite as serious. I mean, it is serious, but I don't even want to say it's funny, but the TSA has done it again. Now, this actually happened a little while ago, but the Freedom of Information Act just released this information. The TSA was patting down an individual in Texas. Texas. Yeah, patting it was a 17-year-old girl wearing a sundress. They patted her down. Dress falls down. Well, luckily enough for her, she's the niece of a Texas congressman. So that was not good for the TSA. But, you know, how far are we going to let this go? You've got a 17-year-old girl that's a congressman's niece. Does that person really look like the terrorist that's been bombing us? Maybe it was the dress she was wearing. I don't know. You know, look. Maybe they said this is abusive and offensive, and it just got to go. You know, the problem is they're not looking at who the problem is. We know what they look like. We know what the terrorists look like. Pat them down. We'll just set you out there and let you pick them out. Oh, I could pick them with a scope from a distance. And I would do what Israel does. Israel knows what they look like. Israel's very, very good at profiling. So this whole TSA, man, this thing, they got to do something, but they're not going to do nothing. You got Obama in office, nothing's going to happen. Don't you think it's just an isolated incident where this happened? Every week there's another new isolated incident on the TSA. There's a lot of people traveling, man. There's a lot of people traveling. How come there's not an isolated incident where they actually pull over a Muslim terrorist? No, they're gonna pat down Henry Kissinger and a 17-year-old girl. Because the Muslim terrorists know that we're looking for and grandmas in wheelchairs. No, they come over. They're still wearing their turban. Pick that guy. Yeah. That's just my take on it. Undo the turban, bro. Undo the turban. All right, I've got Stephen on line 1 from Naples. Stephen, you're on the Ledge Radio Show.
Yes. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, not much, buddy.
I'm listening for a while. Listen, I was commenting about the thousands of rounds the Homeland Security purchased.
Yes.
Yeah, just coming as a soldier, I was a prior service Army.
Thank you for your service.
Those guys go through thousands of rounds in ranges. I mean, thousands. So I don't know if it would be necessarily saying they're stockpiling.
Well, you've got Homeland Security that bought like 180,000 rounds, and then we find out that they've now graduated their own military, their first class of military cadets for Homeland Security. They bought up 2,500 armored Humvees that are to be used on American soil, and on the side of these black armored Humvees, it says Homeland Security, Police Rescue, FEMA. It's got all these different names on them, and I want to know what the heck they're being used for.
Yeah, I guess I could check that out. I mean, honestly, I just tuned in. I heard about the rounds and everything, and it hit me. I was like, I've gone through thousands of rounds before. It's just thousands. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, every single day. You got time to waste. Let's go to the range and let down some rounds.
Yeah, get better. You got to get better.
Let me ask you a question. Can you foresee the UN sending troops down in the United States? Can you foresee that?
Absolutely not. And another thing with the survey about soldiers, I'd like to know what survey that was, because I guarantee if somebody comes on our soil that's foreign and tries to impose some type of foreign law or try to overthrow us or say they're in charge, I know a lot of my friends know that we weren't going to be backing them, that's for sure.
Well, we hope not, but here's the thing.
Here's a weird fact. Let me read this to you. 600,000 hunting licenses were sold just in Wisconsin this year. Fact. Yeah. There are more armed men there than in all of Iran and Germany combined. That's how many people have guns in the U.S. So if they're going to send some troops down here in the United States, man, they better bring China with them.
Say, Stephen, if you check out the Oath Keepers website, the Oath Keepers is a group that was, they kind of got big and popular. I think after Obama got into office or just before he got into office, because it was a group of folks that were like yourself. They were former military, former police, firefighters, so forth, that have taken oaths to this Constitution of this country, and they actually have the surveys on their website and literature you can get from them. But basically, it said that the military men and women had been, they will take orders from the president because the president is the commander-in-chief, but they mistakenly didn't realize that even if the commander-in-chief issues them an order to go against their own people, that they unknowingly vowed yes to agree to that order before they started reading the literature from Oath Keepers to remind themselves, you took an oath to protect this country, these citizens, this Constitution. And so then once they saw that extra documentation, they went, oh my God, I can't believe what I just agreed to. I totally forgot what my oath was. Now, I don't know how old you are or how long ago it's been since you got out of the military, but some of these guys have been in for a while and they come back from Iraq in a real, bad situation, like maybe yourself, and you're just thinking, I got to take orders from my commander-in-chief. Well, if he orders you to take orders and he says, you have to take orders from this new colonel from the UN, and this new colonel from the UN says you have to fire on these American citizens because they're in revolt, well, what are you going to do? Unless you remember your oath.
There's no way in hell I do it.
Well, I hope that's the case, and I appreciate that. And that's what most of these guys realize after the fact. They fill out the survey on their way back in from Iraq and Afghanistan, then they realize their mistake. I
just can't imagine that, sir. I mean, is it being issued by the government, or is this
the survey? No, this was a private survey, and this is what they found out, and this is one reason that Oath Keepers got started, was to remind the folks that have taken an oath, the firefighters, the police officers, the military personnel, that your oath was to defend this country. This Constitution,
not to
take orders from someone else, not to take orders from some other group.
It's kind of like realizing you bought a Kirby and you realize, oh man, I didn't know it was going to be that much.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, guys, and I'll end it on this note for me, is that, you can go with, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. I think at the end of the day, it's a good thing to stay with it because there might be a little bit of truth to it. But with this, I think at the end of the day, there's no doubt. I mean, if you're born on on American soil, you were raised with American culture and American values, and it won't cross my mind once if somebody came up to me and said we were going to be shooting American people, and it was a foreign, a general or anything around that nature, I would. That's crazy from my perspective.
Well, good. I appreciate that, and I hope that's what everybody in your position would feel. So they would see that common sense prevails and that you did take that oath to defend this Constitution. And Stephen, we appreciate your service, buddy, and appreciate you listening, man. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Good show.
All right, thanks a lot. 277-9600, 775-9600. We'll be going to break here shortly, but that'd be some scary stuff, Smitty. I mean, if
I'd be out there with my wrist rocket, my BB gun, my slingshot, I'd be.
Well, I think that's one reason why
dropping alligators
this government realizes it'd be very difficult to take over this country because you have almost. I think it was there was 270 million guns owned by the 300 million Americans.
It's crazy. Man.
So almost every home has at least one. Not every home. Almost every individual has a gun. Now you got some folks like maybe Milton Paul who might have more than one.
Oh, you think?
Myself, maybe. But
Paul's got a moat with mortar shells out there, man.
I hope he does. But remember, just because you have a gun doesn't mean you have military training.
No, but you can shoot something.
You may just be a hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter doesn't mean you're military trained and you're you can kill a person.
Well,
it means you know how to shoot a squirrel.
You don't need a whole lot of extra training to aim something and pull a trigger.
No, but you need a whole lot of extra something built into you to shoot a person. Not everybody's got that. Not everybody has that killer instinct.
Yeah, I guess.
So, on that note, let's go to break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
From the makers of the Biker Map, it's the all-new The Boater Map. The Boater Map ensures the best time on the water, listing and directing you to the best restaurants and bars on the water, service shops, and more. The Boater Map helps you with all your nautical needs. To grab a copy of the Boater Map, stop by any 96K Rock live broadcast, event, or the 96K Rock studios on Stan and Haney Boulevard. For more on the Boater Map, visit 96krock.com.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, Secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm, security, and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at ImperialFireSecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at ImperialFireSecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Too many cars, too many trucks. Record sales and increased inventory have forced an immediate expansion. Sutherland Nissan's giant Clear the Lot expansion sale continues. Get year-end discounts up to $11,000 off MSRP. And don't forget, Sutherland Nissan is open noon to 7 p.m. every Sunday. And remember, if it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. One or more at this price. Example 2012 Armada, model number 26612, VIN number 621549. Vehicle subject to prior sale.
Rock Solid wants you to be our customer. Rock Solid Countertops and More is your supermarket for countertops, flooring, and cabinets. Complete granite kitchens from $9.99 installed. Bring us your best offer and we will beat it. And if that weren't enough, Rock Solid is now giving away a free countertop system every month.
Are they crazy? A free countertop every month?
That's right. Just come in and register. No purchase necessary.
So if I win and it costs $9.99, it costs me nothing?
That's right. Zip, nada, nothing.
And if it costs $2,500, it still costs me nothing?
That's right. Zip, nada, nothing. So come in and register today at Rock Solid. Just one more way. Rock Solid shows they are crazy about customer satisfaction. Off Airport Pulling on JNC Boulevard in Naples. When coming to see us, look for the Superman sign guy. Call 596-7676 or visit HugeCreditSale.com. Rock Solid Countertops and More. It's really big.
ZOOMTAN. I was tan last summer, now I'm pale again. I need a little bit of help to be ready for the beach. Zoom Tan puts some within my reach. Brown as a biscuit for $9.99. ZoomTan.com for a limited time. Zoom Tan, $9.99. ZoomTan.com.
Zoomtan has 25 locations throughout Florida. Go to ZoomTan.com for a location near you and for a free spray tan coupon. That's ZoomTan.com. Why be pale and pasty when you can be tan and tasty?
At Morgan & Morgan, we have a section dedicated to representing people who've suffered as a result of medical malpractice. I've been asked on occasion what kinds of cases we handle. It's the child who suffered brain damage, a birth defect, or cerebral palsy because a timely C-section was not performed, thus depriving them of oxygen. It's the father who was discharged from the hospital with complaints of chest pain and later suffers a heart attack. Believe it or not, we are increasingly finding patients who are released from a hospital with bed sores, something that should never happen. We often find cancer patients who are initially misdiagnosed and the delay in treatment results in death. We also know that most physicians are superb, but a few doctors commit the majority of medical malpractice. If you have questions about your case, visit forthepeople.com or call 1-800-MORGAN-LAW. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock.
Welcome back. 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can email us at JD or Smitty at theledgeradioshow.com. You can check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. Smitty, you want to do your giveaway, buddy?
Yeah, we're just going to give away a $30 gift certificate to Mel's Diner, which I love Mel's Diner. They've been great out there. And I just want to remind everybody, if you call in, we're going to take the third caller. The third caller.
So people they don't have to do anything or work. They just got to be the third caller.
And they got to say, winner, winner, turkey dinner.
Winner, winner, turkey dinner.
Winner, winner, turkey dinner.
277-9600 and 775.
Winner, winner, turkey dinner. Call up right now. We'll get $30 gift certificate to Mel's. And I just want to remind everybody about the sheriff's raffle for the Harley Davidson. I know we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, 1959 Panhead.
Right, the sheriff's Lee County Sheriff Office youth group known as, I could call it SAL, SYAL, is raffling off a rebuilt 1959 Panhead Harley Davidson, which is always nice to have in your garage if you're a guy.
Yeah.
You know, not many people have that. And this particular motorcycle has been was impounded actually, and then they fixed it up. They tooled it up with the help of Harley Davidson, and they have a little program over there where they take the kids and they show them how to work on bikes, and they fixed it up. They say the net worth is probably about $15,000 or over. So if you're looking to take out a $20 ticket for a raffle, you can go up to the bike show, which is going to be at the raffle location at Hot Rod and Hogs Bike and what is it? Car and bike shows. We're going to have cars there too, located at the Port Charlotte Convention Center. The event is the largest one-day car and bike show in the state, attracting over 20,000 spectators. Or you can call Deputy Santella. He'll have some raffle tickets for you as well.
His number's not 911?
It's not 911. It's 239-849-1084. That's 849-1084.
All right, $20 gets you a chance at a raffle on a 1959 Harley. That'd be pretty sweet.
I would love to have that. Are you kidding me?
What was the earliest Harley you ever owned? The earliest dated Harley?
I had a real Panhead back in the day, but it was a basket case. Something there was a bunch of pieces of
literally in a basket.
Yeah, it was, and we had to put it together. But I had a Sportster, and I went all the way. Last one I had was a Road King. Actually, Harley.
Is that the Big Daddy?
That's a Big Daddy. Well, one of them, and they have the Ultra Glides and the other ones. And Harley was invented like in 1903, so they've been around for a long, long time.
Shoot, they were invented just before you were born.
You should see the original Harley. It looks like a moped, like a little bike with a little engine on it going. It's really funny looking.
All right, looks like we may already have a winner. We've got Val on line 3. Val, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's the secret phrase?
Winner, turkey dinner.
Oh, you got it.
Winner!
All right, Val. Hey. Stay on hold. We're going to get you over to Tripod Billy. He'll get your information for your $30 in Mel's Diner
Go for the
gift
breakfast
card.
Special, man. It's good, Val.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for listening.
Thanks for calling.
Winner, turkey dinner. That always gets somebody in there.
You ain't lying.
Because you could load up for $30 at Mel's, man.
Did you know that Mexico was not the original Mexican name? Did you know that?
What was it?
It's called the States of Mexico. They called themselves.
The American States of Mexico?
Something like that. And they said they just this
Hang on. Let me back up. Let me back you up.
What was the name again? Of Mexico that you probably didn't know. The country's name is not really Mexico, at least not officially. After gaining independence in 1821, Mexico officially became the United Mexican States.
Okay, the United Mexican States.
So now they've just formally approved Mexico as their name.
Oh, really?
The guys
so we've been calling it the wrong name all this time.
All this time.
It was called what? The United States of Mexico?
Yep, the United Mexican States.
The United Mexican States.
And after 200 years, it finally took the guy that's heading out of office right now that lost the election. He's going to implement this, and then now we can actually call it Mexico.
They should call it the United States of Cocaine.
We should call it the United States of Mexico. Might as well.
The United States of Mexico. Hey, I got something from up north here for you. This is your hometown.
Oh, yeah. That's
Baltimore.
Oh, that's one of my many hometowns.
So Baltimore, being the liberal city that it is, controversial hiring mandate. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
So Baltimore City Hall is mulling a controversial new mandate that, if passed, would require any business with a city contract that's worth at least $300,000 or any project that gets a city subsidy of at least $5 million to hire Baltimore City residents for at least 51% of new jobs. So if you get a city contract, you have to hire Baltimore City employees. What kind of communist city is this? It tells you where you have to hire your employees.
They're just trying to infiltrate the workforce down there to keep people working, man. That's all, because they could go out. You got to remember, just because it's Baltimore or any city, they can go out and get labor from anywhere, but they can get guys from Pennsylvania, they can get guys from Jersey, they can get all of it.
Wouldn't it be better to hire the most
skilled person
than just to pick from a pool of morons that don't have any skills?
Maybe they're picking the most skilled one from the city.
Well, obviously, if you had to hire from the city, you would hope that you would pick the most skilled ones. Mm. But why would any city mandate?
Well, that's kind of like the law here that when you bid on some jobs here between Lee County and Naples, and the Collier County and Lee County, that the council looks at the job, and if you're from that from Lee County and you're bidding on something, that you're supposed to be given some kind of preference.
They give you points if you're if you're a female, if you're not from this country.
Right.
They give you They give you all kinds of a point rating system.
Just try to make a level playing field, man.
They ain't making nothing level. It's all affirmative action. But this thing right here goes too far. I mean, when you're in a city that's crumbling like Baltimore, and you know they got some trash areas.
It's only not the only city crumbling. You go to D.C. and see it crumbling.
Well, they're right next door.
Yeah,
they're right down the street,
40 miles down the street.
And here they're going to come up with an idea that's going to make it even worse.
Maybe we'll implement that here.
We don't want you to hire the most skilled workers. We just want you to hire some workers from here.
Well, that's how it goes. You want to play a little clip here?
I don't want to play a clip.
Yeah,
is it your clip?
Yeah,
I definitely don't want to play your clip.
Hey, Rick, play
why don't you give us a little preface? What is the clip?
I want you to get your feedback. Play that. Rick's going to get us hooked up here in a minute, Stick Rick, and we're going to play it. And I want to get your feedback.
Which clip is it?
It's a surprise.
Oh, God, not another Smitty surprise clip.
No,
something you found on Wikipedia, I'm sure.
It's on Conservapedia, the one you listen to.
I'm sure it's not from Conservapedia.
Go ahead, Rick.
There have been a bazillion theories about why Mitt Romney lost. We've heard from everyone and their brother, but not from the man himself.
Here we go.
Until now. Mitt Romney, speaking to high-dollar donors, said he lost because Mr. Obama handed out gifts to groups of donors.
I agree.
What the president's campaign did was focus on certain members of his base coalition, give them extraordinary financial gifts from the government, and then work very aggressively to turn them out to vote.
So I guess Governor Romney really meant that 47% thing. Joining me now, CNN contributor and TheBlaze.com guy Will Kane and CNN political analyst Roland Martin. Welcome to you both.
Good morning.
Hey, Carol.
So, Will, Louisiana Governor, a Republican, Bobby Jindal, he's already criticizing Mitt Romney over these comments. Let's listen.
I absolutely reject that notion, that description. I think that's absolutely wrong. That is not, I don't think that represents where we are as a party and where we're going as a party. And I think that has got to be one of the most fundamental takeaways from this election.
Okay, so Will, respond. Should Mitt Romney even have made those comments, even to his donors?
Well, I don't know that he should be making comments, period. One of your anchors on this network, John Berman, pointed out to me that it's traditionally pretty good graces to not talk about the election for some time after it's over if you're the loser of that election. That being said, let's talk about what he actually said. One of my favorite things about this election being over, Carol, is that largely I get to stop answering questions about how things play politically, and I can answer questions whether or not they're intellectually correct or incorrect. And what I would say to you is this: what about what Mitt Romney said is incorrect?
Well, let's ask Roland, because obviously Roland will disagree, and you're intellectually short.
That's real easy, Will. That's real easy. First of all, he said that the gifts he gave to minorities, specifically black folks, was the Affordable Care Act. Will, last I checked, white people are also covered by the Affordable Care Act.
Even if they don't want to be.
It's not a black thing. That's first. Also, here's the other deal. He talked about what Hispanics got, young voters got, women got. But let me help you when it comes to the minorities, Will. Iowa is a pretty white state. Romney lost to Obama. Maine, really white. Vermont, really white. Rhode Island, very white. Ohio, 79% white. In fact, Carol, 72% of the electorate who voted were white. And so when Romney says, oh, minorities got gifts, women got gifts, young voters got gifts, well, Mitt, you wanted to give gifts to the rich. The fact of the matter is, these are Americans. These were policies. This is a clueless guy.
I didn't remember hearing Romney say that minorities got gifts. He said Obama donors.
He paid the price.
He says
thank goodness he lost for stupid comments like this.
All right, can I respond to that, Carol, please?
Absolutely.
Your boy Will.
Okay, so here's the deal. Roland's right that Mitt Romney, if he said, and I'm not sure he said he lost exclusively for these reasons, then he would be incorrect.
No, it was a quote.
Roland, hold on, Roland. You point out many areas where this analysis wouldn't have been applicable. He said this. This is a quote from Mitt Romney. With regards to young people, for instance, the forgiveness of college loan interest was a big gift. Free contraceptives were very big with young college-age women. And then finally, Obamacare made a big difference for them because, anybody now 26 years of age or younger is going to be part of their parents' plan. Now listen, we had historic turnout, for example, among young people. Are you going to tell me That President Obama's policies, many of them, weren't crafted to appeal to certain demographic groups. Is that an intellectually honest argument that President Obama didn't create policies that he knew would appeal to certain demographic groups, and he reaped the political benefit?
Roland's got his iPhone out.
Quote, with regards to African American voters, Obamacare was a huge plus and was highly motivational to African American voters. You can imagine for somebody making $25,000 or $30,000 or $35,000 a year being told you're now going to get free health care, particularly if you don't have it, getting free health care worth what? $10,000 a family in perpetuity. I mean, this is huge. Likewise, with Hispanic voters, free health care was a big plus. No, Mitt Romney. Also, voter suppression by the GOP also drove black turnout. So Romney is trying to say, oh, Hispanics and African Americans, they got free stuff. Young people got free stuff. Women got free stuff.
Let me argue this less passionate. Let me argue this less passionately, Will. Might the word gift be exercised from the Republican vernacular because people don't quite understand what they mean by that?
Well, now you're getting into an area which, gets much more abstract, Carol, and that's the area of tone. And was the word gift something that people will find offensive? I don't know, Carol, possibly. But
if it's free, it was a gift.
The intellectual analysis of it is not incorrect. And when Bobby Jindal, for example, tells you that we need to appeal to 100%, not 53%, whether that's because of tone or policy, what he's giving you is a political answer. You see, what conservatism should stand for is a policy that's generally applicable to 100% of the population, whether or not that's economic policy, whether that's defense of property rights, whether or not that's applicability of the First Amendment. And when you see policies that you're running against, like we just talked about, those are the voters, or women, or whatever demographic group, now you're talking about dividing the election.
See, I don't want him to do the radio show.
I have to button this up.
He's your Blaze, man. He's your Blaze.
I have to button this up, guys, and I know a great way to do that because the great Republican Haley Barbour, former governor of Mississippi and also former head of the RNC, was talking about the Republican ground game, and I want to leave this block with his wise words about what Republicans need to do. Let's listen.
I mean, we've got to give our political organizational activity a very serious proctology exam.
Nice.
And with that,
that's what they're going to end with.
There you go, baby.
No. I think there's enough said. We got to go.
So the point on this, Smitty, is that what? What's your point on this clip?
The point is that when you guys complain because there's a lot of free stuff going out there, I
thought that just proved that it was free stuff.
It's not. Nothing's ever free. I mean, we use that
what's
word.
Really stupid is that the people that voted for Obama actually think that their health care is free. Well, they think it's free. Well, they don't realize it's coming out of their check.
Yeah, it's not going to be free.
Well, come on now. Don't tell them that.
You were talking about the contraceptives. That was your big thing. Remember, you were going that you didn't want to pay for contraceptives to the women, and the Obamacare shouldn't cover that. Remember all that stuff?
Okay, sure.
It says in the future, this is from
the future, what, like 2025?
The American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Okay, in the future, women may be able to buy their birth control pills alongside ibuprofen and cough drops. This is their recommendation. Approximately
that'd be great as long as I don't have to pay for it.
That's right. Well, that's what I'm getting at. You say you don't have to pay for that now. Approximately 50% of all pregnancies are unplanned at a rate that has been changed from much in the past 20 years. Access and cost issues are common reasons why women either do not use contraceptions or have gaps in use. So if you can give it over the counter now without having to go to get a checkup and a prescription.
Yeah, but all them checkups are free. You can go to the health department for free. They already have that.
But you can't. No,
they already have that.
It's not like walking into Walmart and you say, I want to buy, like you said, ibuprofen or cough drops. It's a different
Pretty
concept.
much every girl from the time she's 17 has had to go to the gynecologist.
Yeah, but you can't go to just tomorrow and go, I'm going to go get me some contraceptives.
You're right. God forbid they actually have some personal responsibility. God forbid.
Well, you want people to get on a bus and walk over it and go to a doctor. They can't afford a doctor. You want all this stuff to happen. It costs money. I'm saying
they can go to the free clinic like they have been.
There's no free clinic.
There is a free clinic.
Where's a free clinic in Lee County?
The Lee County Health Department? Yeah, are you unfamiliar with that free clinic that's been there for 40 years?
No.
No, you don't because you paid for it.
That's right.
But if you don't have the money, you'd go to the free clinic.
I'm going to have to get somebody.
And when you go there, they give you free birth control pills.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Anyway, let's go to break. When we get back,
277-9600.
If I can handle more Smitty.
9600. Call in and help me save his soul.
All right, bye-bye.
never know what we're going to say or do. Take 96K Rock wherever you go with the iRadio Now app.
iRadio Now.
Available for free on all smartphones, including Android. The biggest personalities in radio entertainment. Available on one app.
iRadio Now.
The iRadio Now app for all smartphones.
Just go to the App Store and search iRadio Now and download it for free.
Brought to you by Jason and Todd at the Diamond District, Coconut Point.
Visit 96krock.com for more information.
iRadio Now.
96K Rock.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm, security, and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I've shopped at other jewelry stores, and there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
My brother comes to the restaurant, tells me, oh, we got to do another commercial over here. I'm like, another commercial? I'm busy over here. I'm like, you go do it. He's like, no, you do it. We're going to go back and forth all day over here. I got to go do, you know what? I'm going to go do it. Finally, you know what? I'm here. I'm doing it again. You know who this is, right? I'm the owner of New York Pizza and Pasta, John, at the River Chase Plaza on Immokalee and 41. My food's guaranteed or your money back. Guaranteed. New York Pizza and Pasta. Our phone number is 594-3500. 594-3500. You know we do free delivery. Max, you better like it.
If you made a deal, break it. If you made a deposit, give it back and bring it to O'Brien Hyundai of Fort Myers. O'Brien Hyundai is marking down all new Hyundais too low to advertise, like on the 2013 Sonata and 2013 Elantra. Forget about the balance on your trade. We will ameliorate any loan balance and give you $3,000 minimum for it. Other stores may be having inventory issues, but O'Brien is not. Only Southwest Florida's largest Hyundai dealer can give you over 400 Hyundais to choose from. Check the newspaper and bring it to O'Brien Hyundai of Fort Myers for your free prizes. Get here fast. The best gifts won't last. DVD players, MP3 players, watches, top dollar for your trade. Southwest Florida's lowest prices and biggest selection. America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. And the Hyundai Assurance. O'Brien Hyundai of Fort Myers, just 2 miles west of I-75 on Colonial Boulevard. Or click O'BrienEasy.com. Let's reconditioning for details.
Oh, look at those neighbors, up to their old tricks again.
Yes, dear.
Coming home with yet another package from Paradise Hobbies.
Yes, dear.
They know how much I love my radio control toys from Paradise Hobbies. And now they just want to rub it in by having the best Christmas ever with gifts from Paradise Hobbies.
Yes, dear.
Well, they got another thing coming. If they think... Hello? Really? I'll be right there.
Where are you going?
That was the neighbors. They want to give me a Christmas gift. Oh, I hope it's from Paradise Hobbies.
Paradise Hobbies has lots of great gifts. All kinds of RC vehicles, model rockets, kites, plastic models, educational toys, and more.
Hey, honey, look at the cool new RC car the neighbors got me from Paradise Hobbies.
Now where are you going?
I promised the neighbors I'd come over and play.
Not sure what to get? A Paradise Hobbies gift card is perfect in the Sun Sports Motorcycle Plaza on Colonial Boulevard in Fort Fort Myers. Online at ParadiseHobby.com. Come get your RC on
at Paradise Hobbies.
Unfiltered, unbridled opinions and giving Southwest Florida a voice. It's the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can email us at JD or Smitty at theledgeradioshow.com. You can check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com as well. Smitty, while we were on break, I had Sick Rick queue up one of our cuts, cut 7. This is,
not one of yours. Gee.
Yeah, not one of mine. Well, Obama, he doesn't blame anybody. He has no excuses. I mean, he takes the bull by the horns. He's the guy in charge. This is his economy. This, now it is. I mean, he can't blame himself. He'll have to blame the last guy. Wait. That was him over the last 4 years. So let's go with cut 7.
You guys had control of the house and everything, so.
Yeah, try again.
I'm not going to make any excuses.
Like the music.
I'm not going to make any excuses.
I will be held accountable.
You know quickly how people feel about what's happening.
That's exactly right.
We're not there.
Well, we're not there because this recession turned out to be a lot deeper than any of us realized.
I'm not going to make any excuses.
I came in the midst of the worst recession since the Great Depression.
I'm not going to make any excuses.
The worst recession since the Great Depression.
There have been some things that we could not control. We've had a string of bad luck.
An earthquake in Japan,
an Arab Spring in the Middle East,
the economic headwinds coming from Europe, the uncertainty surrounding the raising of the debt ceiling. Because of automation, because of globalization.
Part of the reason that manufacturing's declined is because automation.
But understand, this was not our program per se.
You used to go to the bank teller, now you go to an ATM machine.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any excuses.
Well, we didn't create the condition. We haven't solved it fully yet.
If stuff hasn't worked, and people don't feel like I've led the country in the right direction,
well, I don't think they're better off than they were 4 years ago.
We'll have a new president.
Guess they voted that, didn't they?
You get what you want.
Yeah, well, I guess they don't believe what you're preaching to them. You're telling them that it's worse off, and the people don't agree. The people voted.
Well, what's amazing is they voted for more of that.
Let me give you some. I know you got gloom and doom all the time. Sky's falling.
You got some good news?
Little. Yeah, I do have some good news.
Okay.
I know you think the world's coming to an end. And you're like the prepper. You're a doomsday prepper. You'll be out there digging a hole.
Man, if I could afford a bunker, I would have it.
You would,
if I had 50, 100 grand, I would have a bunker.
Where would you put it? Where would you put it?
Well, I couldn't put it down here because you'd be on the water table. Maybe North Florida or Georgia, something like that.
Up there by the mountains, you think?
The mountains in North Florida?
Well, aren't there some up there by Georgia, Valdosta or something? There's some mountains.
No.
Yeah. Highlands, that's the mountains in Florida.
No, actually the highest point I think is Mount Dora. It's up in Lake Wales or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere up there.
Yeah, so you can
I'm not a
you can put it there.
Okay. So what do you got there, Mr.
Well,
Mr. Non-Gloom and Doom? Mr. Positivity?
That's it. There's been a constant thread running through the U.S. economy story, and it's been a steady downbeat of gloom and doom. Okay, outright recession, stubborn growth, whatever. But now, an unlikely champion for the U.S. growth under the Obama administration has emerged.
Who is this?
A former advisor to a Republican Party presidential candidate, Harvard history professor Nolly Ferguson, who said America could actually be heading towards a new economic golden age. And it has nothing to do with Washington and everything to do with energy.
I heard it was fracking.
That's right, man. And I told you.
Yeah, but we can't do that because that's gonna ruin the carbon footprint.
Ferguson,
fracking gets oil out of the ground.
That's so you listen
and
to
natural gas.
Listen to the Blaze too much. Listen to me. Ferguson, who also is an author of the commentary, believes that the production of natural gas and oil from shale formations via a process of fracking forces to open the rocks, injecting fluid into the
I thought the liberal left didn't like fracking.
He said it could be a game changer. Okay,
right.
Conceivably, it does not. This does not mean that we will have to be so dependent on the Middle East. Foreign oil.
But doesn't this still go against their whole ideology of this,
No, you've been reading too much garbage again. You're reading too much of the Blaze.
No, I was listening to you earlier. You were talking about global warming.
Production has been booming in recent years.
On private lands,
The International Energy Agency made a jaw-dropping forecast 2 weeks ago that the U.S. would pass Saudi Arabia as the world's biggest oil producer by the end of the decade and would achieve near energy independence by 2030.
Yes, but no thanks to Obama because he has lowered production on federal lands.
You never give him credit for anything. I know that.
None of that's his. None of that's his doing.
I know. Of course
none
not.
Of it.
Of course not.
That's on private lands.
I know. Of course not. Okay. So although you like to think of things that are so gloomy and doomy, I'm telling you that the new technologies now.
Dude, I'm all about fracking. I think that's a great idea, but the whole left doesn't like it. It destroys the land. They do the same thing as they worry about coal.
They like it when it's clean and it's done right with some regulations. You guys just like to take all the regulations, eliminate everything, and just go ahead and dig it up and just pollute everything. As long as we're making profit over people, you're for it. That's how you are. Let's take a caller.
I got Bob from Bonita, line 1. Bob, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, 2008.
Yes.
Mitt Romney ran for president.
I recall.
His platform was the medical plan that Obama put in place. So why do you guys keep calling it Obamacare when it was written by Mitt Romney? It's in play in Massachusetts.
How's it working up there?
Plan. Exact same plan.
How does it working up there in Massachusetts?
1% of the people don't have it, and they don't have it because they choose not to.
Well, my understanding of it, Bob, is that in Massachusetts, the bill was written because there were 8% of the population did not have health care, and the Romney plan only affects the 8% that did not have their own health care. It was not a sweeping health care reform that changed the entire state. If you already had health care, which 92% of people did, they kept their own plan. They were not forced into Romney care, unlike us now, who will be forced into Obamacare.
I'm not forced into it.
No, probably not. What do you have? Do you have your own plan?
Yeah, because I went and took a part-time job.
Okay, well, I've got a full-time job, but if I employ too many people, I'll be forced into it. I'll be forced to participate.
Well, you know, you guys are all saying all these people are out of work. There's plenty of part-time jobs out there because there's no more full-time. Corporate world has gone out of America. It's over.
Well, there's no more full-time because the corporations don't want to have to pay for Obamacare.
No, they've been getting rid of people long before Obamacare.
Well, you're saying that there's nobody working full-time?
He's using a plan written by Mitt Romney, and you guys don't like it because he's using it.
No, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Smitty likes it.
I like it.
Our show.
I think you should do the right thing in life sometimes. And sometimes when it costs money, all of a sudden you don't want to do it. And a lot of people go, oh, I want to help you. But as soon as we say to the ultra-wealthy or the people that can help, I call it patriotism, they go, well, we don't want to help you because it's going to cost me too much because I'm already paying a lot of taxes, and I'm already doing this, I'm already doing that. Sometimes you just got to do what's right for the country and not profit over people. That's where I stand.
Hey, how about the billionaire, multi-billionaire that does all the buying corporations told Bush, tax us, we got money.
I agree. If you want to be taxed, write your own separate check to the government. You can do it any day of the week.
Well, see, if you don't want to pay taxes, then, go to Puerto Rico.
That's right. Move to China.
Yeah, you don't have to pay taxes there.
No, China ain't no prize.
All right, move to Amsterdam.
That's Smitty.
Move to Amsterdam.
Hey, Bob, thanks for your call, buddy. Thanks for listening.
All right, be good, guys.
All right, my friend.
Yeah, if you don't want to pay taxes, move to Puerto Rico. He's probably partially right on that. But I don't think they get a lot of the services that are offered in the contiguous United States. But, when it comes to those federal lands that you were mentioning, you weren't mentioning federal lands, but the oil and the fracking. What's going to happen if on that land where they were going to do fracking, an issue like this where the feds just designated us 9.6 million acres as critical habitat for the spotted owl? Therefore, you can't do crap on that 9.6 million acres because the spotted owl is... That's more important.
What state is that at,
It's in California. You got California and Oregon. And Washington.
Okay, so they're very...
So you got 3 states. Oh, of course, they're some of the most liberal states in the country.
That's not a whole lot of land when you consider how much it is from California to Oregon to Washington State.
9.6 million acres. That's not a lot.
That's not a lot when you look at it.
But it is a lot when you say you can't do anything with it because they've got spotted owls.
They can go other places and drill. They don't have to mess with the spotted owl, man. The spotted owls, let it live.
It's the spotted owl today. Tomorrow it's the tortoise.
Power to the spotted owl.
Well, here, you know what? If you can get your car to run on spotted owls, then I'd say go for it.
They taste really good.
But you're going to need some oil, and if you can't drill in these areas...
I know we can get some oil at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico where all the oil just pumped out, and it blew up. 2 more containers blew up this week or something.
Here's the point I'm making, Smitty.
Yeah,
is that in one hand, you're saying the government's helping with this fracking, which that article had nothing to do with the government doing anything. Then on the second hand, you got the government imposing more EPA regulations and more environmental regulations for a spotted owl.
Well,
come on.
Okay, well, I'll give you. If I give you the spotted owl, you have to admit that the regulations that are in place are for our benefit. They're not. I know they're not.
They're absolutely not. They're in place for the benefit of the liberal left. The PETA. They're in place for
big
PETA.
Business would rape us and kill us all and put poison in our water if there was no regulations.
We have regulations,
and I know it.
We have plenty of regulations,
and I know. Big business has one thing in common: they want profit over the people at all cost because they're not going to reinvest in anything because they're raping the people. That's the truth.
You could repeal regulations for the next 20 years and still have plenty in place.
So you say.
So I say.
You run for
office. What do you think a spotted owl tastes like?
Not too good.
You don't? I bet it is good. I bet it's like a turkey or something.
Yeah. Well, why don't you try one?
I would if I could.
could.
I know curlew's good. They are.
Curlew. What's that? Isn't that an Olympic game?
No, that's curling. That's your favorite. That's your favorite sport.
Put owls and you switch them across the ground.
You could use an owl at the end of a stick.
That's right.
Use
like
the
a
owl
broom handle.
The broom handle.
Up nice, man.
Spotted owl broom handle.
That's it, man. Why don't you start your new business?
With a manatee sandwich.
Made in China.
Manatees are from Asia.
Okay.
So why are they endangered here when they're from Asia?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't think
they're not even from here.
Look, I'm all for regulations.
I know you are.
I am, because I know how big business is.
What would you do if regulations regulated me out of business and you were out of a job?
Then I get another job.
Oh, okay.
Then I get another job, I do something else.
And you would turn a blind eye realizing that regulations just put us out of a business.
If they put us out of business, I'm certainly not going to be in that business. I'm going to do something else. I'll go right down to Walmart and start pushing carts.
And then regulations put you out of that business.
I'll go to Walmart, start pushing carts, say thank you for shopping Walmart. Please welcome, come again.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Welcome to Walmart.
Here's a blue cart. Thank you so much.
That'd be a great job when you retire.
Yeah.
Walmart greeter?
Roll up a fatty and sit back and just enjoy people.
I've noticed nowadays, boy, they don't even greet you anymore. They're like sitting off in La La Land.
Yeah, man, all those people at Walmart are like 105 years old. What is with that?
No, they're not. Just the greeters.
Just the greeters?
Well, it's because it's an easier job. They can sit there. I mean, but
the woman was blind. She don't even know I'm coming in.
Oh, man. She's not too good with security, is she?
She was saying hi to somebody else. I thought it was talking to me.
I'm going to go to Walmart just for that today.
I went up front. I said, what's up? What's up? She didn't know it was me, man.
Well, she could hear you, unfortunately. Anyway.
We want to thank everybody for having a great Thanksgiving with us, man. We've had a good show today, and we want to make sure that you come back in next week and check it out. Tell your friends, tell your buddies.
Same bad time, same bad place.
Absolutely, man.
Go Gators.
Go Gators.
We'll be back next week.
See ya.